Think back to the good old days of school. You arrived at school, it was difficult to sit still in the lessons. Sometimes the lessons were so boring, some of the people around you, maybe even yourself, went to sleep, dozed off. Well, it happened recently to a rabbi I know. He had a student who was coming for the first time to his shiur, to his lecture, and he participated and he was asking questions. But then the next week, the same student came, young married man with some children, and he stayed for 2 minutes before dozing off on the table. The rabbi neglected this and understood perhaps he'd had a very tough day. But the problem was, week 3, week 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, the man was doing exactly the same thing. Every time everybody was looking and everybody was participating, and this man was coming and he was just sleeping. So the rabbi thought perhaps this is a nice way, maybe he likes to sleep in my lessons, but you know what, I've got to address this issue. And he walked up to the person in week 11 and he said to him, tell me something, you're coming here every week, you're making the effort, at least stay awake. If you feel tired, perhaps it's better you go to a bed, stay at home. The man answered the rabbi, and the rabbi was astounded by this answer. The man said to the rabbi, he said, listen, do you know what propels me? Do you know what makes me want to come to your lesson? I'm so interested in Torah, but I'm just so exhausted. I'm so exhausted. I try my hardest to stay awake. But I want to tell you something. More than my interest in Torah, when I leave my house, I say to my wife, I say in front of my children, I can't wait to go to this shiur. I'm tired, but I'm going to put in an effort. And the children look up at me and they say, hey, Daddy, wow. They're thinking, I can see what's going on in their minds. They're thinking, Daddy, wow. Look what respect this person has for Torah. If I stop coming to your shiur, I lose their respect of Torah. What an unbelievable answer. This man was coming, he was trying his hardest to stay awake. Sometimes it's difficult. He might stay at home, but if he stayed at home, he lost the respect of the children. In this week's Parsha, the Jewish people have taken over the east side of the Jordan River. It's been a fantastic, swift takeover of the lands, and the lands is a lush land. And the Bnei Gad and the Bnei Reuven, the children of Gad and Reuven, were known to have loads of cattle. And they approach Moshe and they say to Moses, they say to him, we'd like to stay on this side of the River Jordan. And Moshe Rabbeinu says, what are you doing? We are supposed to enter the land of Israel to the west side. We've had problems before when people didn't want to come into the land of Israel. He was worried. And they say, no, Moshe Rabbeinu, we have loads of cattle. And this is a beautiful land. Let us build places for our cattle and cities for our children. And we will come over and we will fight the wars for the Bnei Yisrael, for the rest of the tribes, and we won't settle in our land properly until the Bnei Yisrael have conquered and settled their lands. But we'll build it in the meantime. Moshe Rabbeinu listens to what they said and changes one amazing part. He says, I agree, you should build cities for your children and places for your cattle. He changes around. You see, they emphasized first that they were going to take care of their cattle and only then take care of their children. Moshe Rabbeinu, a real leader, says, first take care of your children and then take care of your business. This is the message. Education is our investment in the future generation. It is the way that we as a Jewish people have lived constantly, passing on our tradition from father to son, mother to daughter. This is the way that we live and this is the way that we succeed. Be'ezrat Hashem, this is Rabbi Tawil wishing you a fantastic week ahead and a Shabbat Shalom.